And now on deck with the Tom Sox, hosted by Ben Rekosh.
I'm joined by a very, very, very special guest on today's episode of On Deck with the Tom Sox. Our first player joining us this season, it is returning pitcher champion, VBL champion,
There we go.
Trevor Booton. You ever been referred to as VBL champion before?
I have not. That's definitely a first. I like it.
How's it feel?
Feels pretty good right there.
What are some memories from, I know you weren't really here when we won the championship, but what are some memories from last season?
Oh yeah, all the guys. We had a great group of guys. Just a great time we had. Just had a lot of fun down in the bullpen. Hitters hit and we had fun and did our job, and it was fun to win.
Beyond baseball, how has it been to be back in Seville over the last week and a half?
It's been pretty good. Haven't had much time at the pool like I did last summer. Love my host family for sure, Josh and Brooke and G. Had a couple days of golf on the off days. Definitely gonna try to hit every golf spot here in Charlottesville. So if any listeners want to take me golfing, I do pride myself on my golf game.
Have you been able to show some of the guys around, because you've been here before and some of these guys haven't?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of nice. You get in the car and you know where you're going. I think some guys are probably like, oh, how do you know where you're going? Well, it's just kind of been here a little bit. But yeah, I mean, haven't showed them the standard pool yet. Shout out to the interns last year telling us about that.
Yeah. I'm going to read you some of your stats last year. You tell me what stands out. 8 appearances, 7 starts, 4-1 record, 28 1/3 innings pitched, 25 hits allowed, 20 runs allowed, 23 Ks. What do you got?
It's a pretty good summer. Definitely want to lower the hits, lower the runs, try to be more efficient. But hey, that was a pretty good summer and trying to do a little better this year.
What is it about this setting? Because you've never been to Charlottesville, I assume, before last year. You never met most of your teammates. And it kind of clicked for you. You were part of the pitching staff that was really good. We had a lot of elite pitchers last year. Talk to me about that group, about that team, and sort of what clicked for you.
We just had a lot of guys who loved baseball, loved getting after it, and when their name was called, they were ready to go, no matter the situation. I love Coach Tomlin. I think that's a big drawing factor for me coming back. He's just so much knowledge and confidence in his guys that it's really nice to have a coach like that.
Let's talk about you a little bit. You were elite in high school, pretty dominant, 4-0 in the playoffs in your senior year. I read 13-0 on the season. Tell me about your game in high school, both pitching, and I saw you batted a little bit.
Batting was more in practice. I was a 5 o'clock hitter for sure. Didn't have too many at bats my junior and senior year. Did a home run one of those games.
Okay.
But no pitching. It was I was over the top back then, and it was just more attack, strike one, get ahead of hitters, get them out. Had a great defense behind us. I was just trying to go as long as I could and give our team a chance to win, and just every game was a dogfight.
LaGrange High School, tell me about what life was like growing up there. You're obviously an Auburn Tiger, multiple generations, but were sports a big part of your life? Was that always a goal to be able to play baseball at the next level?
Yeah, I mean, it was, once I kind of got maybe 13, 14, 15 age, it was like, okay, maybe this might work out. Growing up, it wasn't. It was just like, hey, I'm out here having fun, playing everything, football, basketball, a lot of golf. But yeah, and then it finally started really, got a chance to go to Auburn and took advantage of it, and we're still there right now, so.
You mentioned football, basketball, golf. Was there anything else that was kind of in the picture for you that could have been a long-term option?
No, not really. Maybe I played golf my whole life and really just took it serious from the age 7, but nothing serious.
Did you play anything in high school besides baseball?
I did swim.
You swam?
I did swim for fun.
What were your swimming events?
I just did the 50 free, just the quickest race possible. I couldn't go far, but I could go quick, fast. I was actually half decent for a high school swimmer. I was half decent for a high school swimmer, but it was just fun.
I'd imagine that as a baseball player, because you're a little taller, you're on the bigger side, swimming might be a little difficult, no?
No, it wasn't too bad. I just got in the pool and took off. I was never good at the turning and swim. I was just good at going straight and really quick. But it was fun. It kept me in shape.
Does a video or a picture of you exist somewhere?
There is, but I don't know if we're at that point I could open up and show you the picture of that for sure.
We'll have to try to find it sometime.
Maybe.
So you committed to Auburn in September of 2021, the fall of your sophomore year in high school. Was it always the Tigers for you?
Yeah, I'd always wanted to be. My mom went there. A lot of my family went there. Yeah. So Auburn's a big deal to me, and graduating and being there on the team is just a huge impact on my life. And I always wanted to go there, and when the opportunity came, it clicked for me.
That's awesome. And then 2 years at Auburn, you're a redshirt freshman right now, I guess going into your redshirt sophomore year, haven't appeared in a game yet, but just talk about the impact of those teams, what it's been like being at Auburn, what it's been like being on a Division I SEC baseball team, just the camaraderie and being with the guys.
Definitely, they're some of the best guys I've ever met, and it's nice being around guys who just love the game as much as you do and care about it and being right on the little things. It's definitely taught me a lot of things to carry to multiple other teams. That's just like how things need to be done to be at the highest level of baseball. Like what matters and what you have to be on top of to be successful.
What's the competition like in the SEC? Because everyone talks about SEC that, SEC this, best players in the world, best resources in the world, best facilities in the world. First of all, tell me about Auburn's facilities, and then tell me about everybody else that you see in the SEC.
Auburn is up there right now. What we've done to our stadium is unbelievable, adding so much seating. We had record attendance this year. I think we were top 10 in attendance.
Yeah.
I mean, we had some crazy, unbelievable home atmospheres. Our facilities are great. We just got a pitching lab. We've got a new weight room. I mean, we're becoming a premier park in the SEC and in the country, you could say. A lot of the other parks have some nice things, some good atmospheres, but I think Auburn's up there with the best of the best now, and it's fortunate to be at a spot like that.
So the phrase that they talk about for that conference, it just means more, that's true?
It's very true. Everything means more there. I mean, they're worrying about just down to the food you eat every day. There's a lot that goes into behind the scenes that just to make you have the best chance to be successful.
Talk about life outside of baseball at Auburn, going to football games, the vibes down there in Alabama, in the South. What's it like?
Oh, it's awesome. Football game's the best thing. I love Auburn football, even though it breaks my heart a lot, to say the least. The football games, there's no atmosphere like that. The atmosphere is it is rocking 85, 90,000 fans in the stadium. I mean, pulling for a team that who knows if we're going to win or not, but we're all pulling for them as hard as we can.
Yeah.
Outside of a lot of the guys, we like to play golf. A lot of beautiful golf courses, a lot of warm weather to play a lot. So
yep.
That's really awesome.
So I want to ask you about a specific moment from I guess this season, last season at Auburn, 2025. February, your Tom Sox teammate, your Auburn teammate, Cade Ballou, had an incredible moment against Holy Cross. After losing his mother to cancer just hours before the game, he hit a home run. Obviously an emotional moment, but really impacted a lot of people around the country and around the world. Talk about the type of guy that he is, what that moment was like, and just the togetherness of that team.
Right. I mean, it was pretty sad that morning when we found out, and we knew her time was coming short, and Kay's one of my really good friends in Auburn, and we lived together last summer, so we grew a lot of closeness, and I really liked his mom a lot. She was a real sweet lady, and it was I remember that morning we got a text, and it was real sad, and I reached out to him that morning, because Kay's pretty quiet about everything, and you never know what was going on in his life. He's always to the point, and just he's a great guy, and I went and saw him about lunchtime, and we were just, just made sure he was all right, just to check on him, and he was like, yeah, I'll be good, and just always had a smile on his face and was pushing through, and that at bat was pretty crazy. Everyone in the dugout was like, God, if he hits a home run here, it'd be crazy, and I mean, he absolutely just
the power to be in that game right there.
I mean, his dad even told the coaches before, like, his mom would have wanted him, and his mom definitely would have wanted him to play that night,
yeah.
And it was a magical moment, and I think just put our season, kept going, and we had a really great season this year.
That's awesome. I saw that moment was kind of like the springboard, even though it's hard to say that for opening night, just the springboard of the team mentality, intensity that everybody had that year. So obviously that moment was really cool. And Cade is an awesome player. We saw him here last year. Really, really cool. I want to get back to you for a second. You, this season, have kind of developed a weird sidearm wind-up with your pitching motion. Where'd that come from, and how have you developed it?
It came a lot, just messing around with it from our head coach, like, hey, let's maybe work with this, and I was messing around with it, and it was really good really quickly, and it was just like something, hey, this might work, get us some good chance to have a good look at some things.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went a little up and hill just because learning anything, you're going to struggle here and there, and I was able to work with some really good coaches outside of Auburn that have thrown sidearm. One would be Scott Sullivan, throw for the Reds for many years. He taught me a lot, and I was able to really kind of find a groove these past few months, and you saw it as the past couple of games we've been pretty successful with it. So hope to continue that up.
How would you describe it? Because it's not all the way like a full half sidearm. It's kind of like a 3/4, maybe like a diagonal sort of slot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I watch the video, it sometimes plays at 3 o'clock, like right here. Sometimes a little higher.
Where do you like to have it? Like right here?
I try to be right at here with
right
the fastball.
Here, yeah.
Sometimes I come up with the off speed, but I gotta just still working out some kinks with it. We've only been doing it for about 5, 6 months here, so
yeah,
definitely new and just trying to be good.
Are there any players, former major leaguers, former college players, current college players that you've watched kind of imitating them with that?
A little bit. You know, John Armstrong's one of our Auburn sidearm guys.
Yeah.
He's a little bit higher, and sometimes he's low. He started lower and has moved up over the years, throwing a lot harder. And that's the guy I threw with a lot. Will Pearson, I've talked to him from last summer. He's a little funky sidearmer, got a little run in him, but it's a couple of guys just kind of bouncing some ideas with them, just talking.
Yeah.
Definitely been useful.
Let's talk about this summer a little bit. How difficult is it and how special is it in a setting like this in summer baseball? You don't know most of your teammates. It's in an area you've never been in. Obviously, as I talked to you, you're playing 6 or 7 games a week, which is not something you do in college. So how do you adapt and how do you kind of enjoy this setting?
Yeah, you just gotta enjoy the moments out here, just when you're out here shagging BP and just out here just playing catch or just in the game, just chit-chatting, you know, because it's a grind. I mean, 6 days a week, every day having one off day a week is a lot. You just gotta have your priorities straight, get to bed, get up, get breakfast, go to the gym, have lunch, relax, come to the field. You just gotta be diligent about your ideas and be on top of everything.
Are you able to teach some of the guys that haven't been here before and teach them what it's like being in 2 months of baseball and it's all baseball all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to some guys just about like, you know, is it like this every day? I'm like, yeah, you just kind of like this every day. You kind of just got to get your routine, stick to it, and just, you know, make the most of the times when you have your off days and you have those couple days you're not going to throw when you go to the pool that day, or you just got to make the most of it.
One of the rarities in summer collegiate baseball is returning players and returning coaches. You represent one of those groups, but you said that the other one of those groups in Randy Tomlin, Coy Tomlin, they kind of impacted your decision to come back. So walk me through why you decided to come back to the Sox after a successful season last year.
Right, I mean, I knew they were going to put us in a great spot to win, a great spot to be competitive, to have innings, to be able to throw. Like Coach already had confidence in me from being last summer, and I knew with the new slot I was going to need someone to believe in me, and to have that, like, hey, let's try this idea. He has a lot of great ideas with like, you know, pitch calling and things like that. So I knew it would be a really good fit, and he would understand the change that I was making, and he would be very beneficial to helping make that change and be successful.
What have you seen from the team this year so far? You can talk about Coach Chris Clays, you can talk about the roster. Despite the rough start, there have been some bright spots.
Right, I mean, we're hitting, the bats are starting to click. They started off slow, they're really starting to hit. Pitching's been up and down. We have some good games, we have some bad games. But I think it's really about to start clicking here. We got all our arms. Like today, we have a full bullpen of arms. Everybody's ready to go. So I think we're going to be successful today in the next couple of days, get our bullpen. Once we get in this routine, I think it's going to start clicking. The Tom Sox is going to start rolling.
From a player's perspective, how does like a rain out or a canceled game affect your routine?
Usually, you know, if you can just come in and get your throwing stuff, it's not raining too bad. It doesn't really throw you off too much. It more or less just takes an off day away and puts you in a long kind of stretch. So, I mean, we always want to play and have our off days when the off days are supposed to be. But you just kind of adapt with it. You just know nothing's going to be perfect.
Let's run through some rapid fire real quick, then we'll get to the end of this and I'll let you get out to the rest of BP. Favorite athlete growing up?
It was probably Chipper Jones.
Favorite ballpark you've ever played in?
Ballpark I've played in? Ooh. Probably the Gwinnett Field, the Stripers in high school. That was pretty cool.
Go-to gas station snack and drink combo on a road trip?
Ooh, yellow Gatorade and probably some Doritos or sour cream onion chips.
What color Doritos?
Ooh, the spicy nacho.
So the purple ones, all right. Guilty pleasure movie or TV show?
Movie or TV show that I like? Anyone But You is hilarious. I think that's hilarious. I get a kick out of it every time.
Other than baseball, what are you best at?
Maybe ping pong, golf, definitely flaunt I try to play my skills and
golf.
Those.
All right.
I love playing golf.
What's your favorite course you've ever played on?
I do love Old Trail here in Charlottesville. It's
nice.
A great course. Played Spring Creek yesterday. Played Farmington here. I need some more. I want to play the UVA course. I want to play Keswick. I want to play all the nice ones.
What's your dream course in the entire country or in the entire world?
It's Augusta National.
Augusta National?
Augusta National. I want to play Augusta National.
Can we make that happen sometime?
I wish. I hope. Maybe I can pull something and maybe one day I'll get to play Augusta National.
What baseball stat do you like to look at the most to tell you about your game?
A lot of what something we preach at Auburn's strike percentage. You know, just are you in the zone? Are you being competitive in the zone? And then after that, I look at zeros and strikes. That's all I can be successful at any level.
What's the app you use the most on your phone?
Messages or X.
Would you rather see the future or change the past?
I don't know. Maybe see the future. See the future.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 horse-sized ducks.
What's your game plan here?
Just taking a golf club to them.
Taking a golf club. If you could invent or change one rule in the game of baseball, what would you do?
I think I would change the safety bag. I wouldn't have a safety bag. And I think the sliding in the second, I would have it a little, because I don't do any of this, so it would look cool to me. I think I would change this, you could almost slide more into someone, but I might change, there's gonna be it's not gonna be as controversial. I think you can make some interference trying to hinder a play, get in the way a little bit.
All right, a couple more here and then we'll wrap up. We're partly through the VBL season. Are there any goals, either personally or holistically, that you want to share or that you have for yourself?
For myself, it's just trying to throw as many strikes as I can and try to throw as many zeros. Would be the goal for myself, to just go out there every time and throw a zero.
Yeah.
As a team, it's just go out here and win every game no matter what it takes. Just even if it's a long game or whatever it is, just win everything that we can and be successful.
Yep. Something we've been talking about a lot is that this team has the potential to do something that no team in Tom Sox franchise history has done. That's win back-to-back championships. As a franchise, the Tom Sox have won 4 championships dating back the last 10 seasons, but never won back-to-back. What would it mean for you to hoist up the VBL trophy at the end of this year?
It'd be pretty good. It'd be awesome, honestly. Knowing how we've started off pretty rough. But I think if we can just get going in this month of June and then roll it into July, I think we're gonna be a tough team to beat. We got a lot of guys that are ready to play, eager to play, and have a lot of confidence in their game.
Last one for you. Is there anything else you want to say to Tom Sox Nation, to everybody watching or listening before we wrap up?
Hey, let's have the spring out the support for the guys. We're about to start rocking and rolling, and we want to get this place rocking and rolling.
Awesome. Trevor Booton, appreciate you taking the time with me. Thanks to everybody for watching. You've been watching or listening to On Deck with the Tom Sox, our first of many player interviews this season. Thanks as always, and thanks to Boot.
Thank y'all.